Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video where today of course we return with another Grand Prix challenge. This time around of course Formula 1 finally back at the Japanese Grand Prix in Suzuka this weekend, and of course it means that Yuki Tsunoda finally gets his first ever home Grand Prix as well, of course, back at Japan. It's been a little while, of course. Kamui Kobayashi, the last Japanese driver, if I remember off the top of my head, in Formula 1, of course, took a podium here way back in 2012, if I'm not mistaken. So 10 years, that worries me. That was 10 years ago. But yeah, this is the weekly challenge we do, of course, when there is a Grand Prix. We take out as one of the drivers from the real-life 2022 season. And of course, we are now doing that in cockpit cam as well. So really enjoying this series at the moment. So yeah, if you're new around here, please do make sure you get yourself subscribed as well. At the time of recording, closing in on 85,000 subscribers there. But having a look at our grid today, Max Verstappen on the pole ahead of Sergio Perez, joining him on the front row. Red Bull, I'm sure, will on a good weekend, despite Honda technically kind of still part of the team there. Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton on row 2 ahead of Sainz and George Russell. P7 is Fernando Alonso ahead of Lando Norris. Esteban Ocon and our teammate Pierre Gasly rounding out the top 10 there, with Bottas and Kevin Magnussen 11th and 12th. Mick Schumacher, Sebastian Vettel make up row 7 ahead of Zhou Guanyu and Daniel Ricciardo then. Then we've got Albon, Stroll, and of course Latifi and Yuki Tsunoda rounding out the grid. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below where you think we'll finish this one today. Let's get into it, but first, a quick word from our sponsor. This channel is proudly sponsored by Bybit, the official crypto partner of Red Bull's Formula 1 team. I've been using their platform for my personal crypto savings over the last few months, and when they got in touch to support the channel, I was super excited. Currently, they're offering you guys a special new promo for the first 100 of you to deposit $10 or more onto the platform. You'll get another $10 free. Also, 5 lucky winners will get their initial deposit doubled up to $1,000. That means if you deposited $1,000 onto the platform using my codes below, you could be within a chance to get another $1,000 completely free. We've seen the landscape around crypto drastically change over the last couple of years, and I genuinely believe it holds an important place in our future. However, please be careful as always when trading, as you are liable to lose money. But if you're interested and you're 18 or older, click the link down below to get started and see why Red Bull and myself, as well as thousands of others, trust Bybit as their crypto. Right, well here we are then on the grid, ready for the Japanese Grand Prix, of course, racing as Yuki Tsunoda. Probably should have lowered the cockpit down so we've got the full Yuki experience, but jokes out of the way, nice and early on. 13 laps ahead of us around the Japanese Grand Prix today. And we're going to try the alternate strategy. You know, worked pretty well last time round at the Singapore Grand Prix. If you missed out that video, I'd highly recommend going back and checking out. You know, maybe the last tribute we do for Sebastian Vettel on the channel. Although saying that, unless we get any other shock news, we're probably going to race once more as Seb in Abu Dhabi come the end of the World Championship. But yeah, starting P20 then. Let me know down in the comments below where you think we'll finish this one today. I am still genuinely loving doing these cockpit cam videos as well, I might add. Suzuka might be my favourite track we've done this with so far, just because it's always a nightmare to avoid the curbs, but I feel like you can more consistently get close to them from this POV. Maybe it's just me, but yeah, I'm really still enjoying this. One of the best things as well about still doing these last question mark challenges is of course the fact that we don't have to wait on the grid for everyone else to line up behind us. So yeah, heading out of the final corner though, trying to just build up some heat into the tyres. Really do hope Yuki does have a good race this weekend. Of course, you guys would have already seen qualifying. I definitely haven't. To be honest, this is being recorded on Tuesday, so a long time before the Japanese Grand Prix. But just got to make sure we get the tyres up to temperature. Make sure we get the car lined up. Or not, apparently, but we've got no time to wait. Ready on the grid then, 5 red lights here at Suzuka. And it is going to be lights out, and away we go. Obviously starting on those harder tyres, I mean, we were never going to get a good start anyway as we head down towards turn 1. Then it seems like there's a bit of chopping and changing as both Canadians try to figure out who's going to get P18 there down at turn 1. But yeah, lap 1 has often not been a particularly good place for me on F122 around Japan, so we're just going to try and take it nice and easy here. And, you know, I mean, it's a traffic paradise, that's the only way to describe it, as we head up through the S's for the first time in this GP. Looks like we've got Sebastian Vettel in the Aston Martin now already, just dropping back slightly behind the cars in front, as I think Verstappen still leads the way ahead of Charles Leclerc. Sergio Perez has been relegated down into P3 at the front of the field there, as really do feel the curbing as we head through the Degners. They've got to be careful that we don't bop them out too badly. As Latifi to the inside of Lance Stroll there, so we will try and look around the outside of the pair of them. I was actually planning on going for a bit of a dive bomb there, but we're going to be drag racing with Lance Stroll on the exit there. Zhou Guanyu and Alex Albon just disputing P15 a little bit further up the road, but here comes Lance Stroll up the inside in towards Spoon there. We run horribly wide, trying to make sure we give him the room. Here comes Latifi as well to try and claim the position back, and still just lacking that last bit of awareness that we need when racing wheel to wheel with other cars. We've avoided contact this time around, side by side still with Latifi as we head down in towards 130R. Small blend of the brake just to make sure we kept it between the white lines, but we have made up one spot then. Oh, getting a really nice run that time around through the Degners. Might be able to try and line up a move on Lance Stroll once again, this time to the inside down at the hairpin, and we will slot past the Aston Martin and up into P18 then of the Grand Prix. This AlphaTauri has got very, very competitive top-end speed, so we're going to try and use that to our advantage as well here today. But yeah, just slowly picking off cars at the start of this race. I certainly feel like points should be a possibility this weekend, as again, just trying to attack the curves through Spoon. You want to avoid that one though on the inside, like the plague on corner exit there is now trying to get a run on Albon. I mean, this track is so bumpy. I really do wonder how teams are going to fare this weekend. Of course, the porpoising mixed with that there is Albon not particularly confident through 130R. We might be able to catch him by surprise at the inside of Alex Albon. He gives me a squeeze. Why does he race me so hard there as we try and do the old up and under? Not quite able to get the power down that time round. As we head out of the final corner though, still able to use the top end speed though of this AlphaTauri and to the inside of Albon as we head down towards turn 1 there. I apologise if you're hearing a lot through my wheel, but it is just so bumpy, this track. But we now complete another move and up into P17. Next up, Daniel Ricciardo in his McLaren. Here we go, closing in on Daniel Ricciardo as we head down through 130R. We know for some reason on F122 the AI just do not have confidence down there, so at the inside of the Australian, he's going to really try and squeeze me that time round towards the bollards on the inside, but we won't hop over the white lines. We will complete the move though, and we are now a bit of P16 there, and we'll even get some DRS for our troubles. 6.5 seconds behind Pierre, of course, when we're on harder tyres. That's not that much. We can definitely get back to the points today, if things stay clean and tidy. Starting lap 5, though, of the Grand Prix, trying to close in now on Zhou Guanyu as we head back down towards turn 1 there, trying to... Okay, we will be able to complete the move there. Zhou Guanyu's just going to pretty much let me by. Seemed like in that one, but up now into P15. The AI desperately need fixing around this track. They should not be lifting off that early at turn 1 and also through 130R, but it's another place gained. We almost lost them all, but yeah, this track's still a little bit quirky. Quirky, I think, is the word we're going to use. Next up, we've got both Germans, Mick Schumacher, following Sebastian Vettel. I mean, this might well be the closest we've been behind someone as we head out of Spoon Corner there, down towards 130R. And which way is the Haas going to go? Well, I thought he was trying to sit defensive, so we'll wriggle our way to the outside there. And are we going to swoop in? Yes, we are. Fernando Alonso style. That's twice then. The Schumacher's been mugged off around the outside, down at 130R there. As there we go, Pierre Gasly into the pits at the end of lap 5. We're not going to see Sebastian Vettel join him, but we are going to box then at the end of next lap here. And I mean, Sebastian Vettel doesn't have the DRS to defend himself. We are gaining, so we head back down towards turn 1, but gaining not enough. So, I mean, trying to have a look there, maybe around the outside. Careful of that curb. And all over the back now of Sebastian Vettel. Are we going to be able to do what we did to Lance Stroll a couple of laps ago? Up the inside. Oh! Right, it's a bit of a Kamui Kobayashi style attempt there, and Seb won't take no messing. Tiny bit of wheel-to-wheel contact, but rubber is racing, as they say, across the pond. We'll slot back in for now, but we might be able to get a run still down in towards 130R there. As again, we try and attack the curbs through Spoon. Allow the car just to run a little bit wide there, open up the exit, and now we're going to try and complete the move on Sebastian Vettel. We've still got a little bit of battery. They don't want to try and use too much, of course. We know how quick that Aston Martin can be in a straight line, but to the inside of Sebastian. Oh! He tried just to see if he could force me to back out of it on the way in, but I mean, we all know what Yuki Tsunoda will do in that situation. He is always going to try and go for it. Love Yuki's driving style at times there. It doesn't always work out for him. Let's make sure we get the car slowed down nicely into the pits. So there we go, slowed down pretty clean and tidy there. I think this might well be the first time I've driven the AlphaTauri on F122, and it's a fun little car at the moment. It's 2.3 seconds stop there, beautifully slot out ahead, actually a little bit ahead of Sebastian Vettel. We've still got K-Mag in front of us, Alonso out on a set of hards, so he might be set to struggle in the second half of this Grand Prix. But where are we going to re-emerge here? There goes Bottas. We should be now up at a P14 then. Got to remember to get the tyres up to temperature, but yeah, we're not far from the points. This is certainly still on the cards. So here we go then, trying to close up to Valtteri Bottas in front. We've got two of the Nordic drivers just in front of me there. Valtteri Bottas, almost into the back of him. So we head through 130R, and then of course Kevin Magnussen just in front of him as well. Around the outside of Valtteri, we'll go squeeze him out on the exit. Don't think we'll be close enough. No, we definitely won't be close enough to K-Mag this time. But we do still get some DRS. Oh, there we go. Stroll into the pits as well. Ocon's just re-emerged in front, so we're now up into P12 then of this Grand Prix. Gasly's having a really good run of it as well. I think he's up in like 8th. Here we go then, just using a splash of battery as we head out of the hairpin, trying to close in on Kevin Magnussen as we head down in towards Spoon once more. We're able to stick pretty close behind his teammate earlier on in this race. Are we going to be able to do the same thing to Kevin Magnussen there? Yes, we are. And these soft tyres, of course, got to use the grip premium that they're supplying us at the moment. It's tucked into the wheel tracks of the Dane. Are we going to be able to have a look just like we did with Bottas? I mean, Kevin Magnussen and Yuki Tsunoda going side by side is almost as scary as watching Kevin Magnussen and Max Verstappen go side by side. You never know quite what's going to happen, but you don't want to take your eyes off it. There's now up into P11 then of this Grand Prix, and looking at it, we know Alonso's on a set of hards. We could still genuinely finish best of the rest here. Got to keep our head down. We got to focus. What, a little over 3 laps to go then of this Grand Prix, and now we've closed up to the points-paying positions, and Esteban Ocon just in front of me is a tiny bit wide through Spoon there. You just see it's going to compromise us on the exit just a little bit, but we'll get back on the loud pedal as we head down in towards 130R once again. It's just about trying to time the moves on the car in front of you there, as Mark already worrying about the tyres, but closing in on Esteban Ocon. Are we going to be able to try and get to the inside? Yes, we will. I had to have really cadence brake there, though. Was worried we were going to slew into the back of Lando Norris, but we complete the move. We're up now into the points of this Grand Prix there, and 3 laps to go. I want 3 more places here. Well, I'm hoping we can try and get 2 for the price of 1 here, as Lando Norris now just in front of us, but we've got our teammate Pierre Gasly less than 7/10 up the road as well. Has got to try and make sure we get a good run at a 130R there. The AI trying to take a nice arcing motion. I try and sort of stab back more towards to get a late apex off the corner there, and straight up the inside of Lando Norris will go before we even get to 130R there. So that's going to be 1 move completed. We probably won't be close enough to send it on Pierre Gasly, but I just want a couple of laps so we can try and close up to Fernando Alonso here, but out of the final corner. Once you get into 4th gear, you can then finally commit to full throttle there, and surely now we're going to be able to get a run on Pierre back down towards turn 1 then. Whoa! Pierre Gasly, you can't move like that down the straights, mate. That was, I think, K-Mag 2018 style, wasn't it? On Charles Leclerc, but, I mean, Pierre Gasly has tried, I think, there to commit a murder, but we have snuck by, and now we've got a lap and a half, or 2 laps pretty much, to get Alonso and finish best of the rest. And starting the final lap then, we are closing in the gap to Fernando Alonso here, but I'm sure those hard tyres are probably now starting to get in better shape than my set of the softs as we open up the DRS out of the final corner. New personal best though for the day, so we are still improving as we head back down towards turn 1 though. Not close enough to the Alpine this time round, but surely we can try and find a move here on Fernando Alonso. Kicks at the back end as he heads through turn 1. We've certainly not enough fuel to get to the end. But we just need to keep it clean and tidy here as, again, just taking big risk attacking that curve. Tyre wear warning light has just come on as well, so it really is just going to have to be a try and push to hang on behind the Alpine here. We're going to have to completely deploy everything we've got left in the battery pack down on the run towards 130R here, as you can just see barely able to hang on in 6th gear through the first Degner now, but we are sticking close to the Alpine of Fernando Alonso. What a drive this has been from the rear of the field there. Didn't even sort of get a lucky lap 1 either. It was still last, heading down in towards 130R on the opening lap, but we have just picked up car after car during this Japanese Grand Prix. Again, I am putting a bit of that down to Suzuka's quirkiness, but let's try and get a good run at a spoon then. Fourth gear on the way through, try and connect with that second curbing. Use all of the curb on the exit apparently, but Alonso's got a mega launch off the corner. He's used his last bit of battery though, I think, and like I said, we are going to completely drain until it basically says 0 there. Verstappen will take the win at the Japanese Grand Prix, but at the moment we've got bigger things to worry about. Alonso will try and sit in the way there. There's going to be plenty of contact. We're not going to get him. El Plan this time has succeeded, and we will only get P8.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
They've done it then, here at Suzuka. A brilliant win on the beloved figure of 8 circuit. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everybody at the team. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
Yuki Tsunoda gets my vote today.
Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Well, there we are then. Max Verstappen back to winning ways here at Suzuka. He will walk away with the 25 points from the Japanese Grand Prix there. Perez P2, so a perfect weekend for Red Bull, of course. Still technically a Honda powered at the moment there. Charles Leclerc, Hamilton, Sainz, Russell, Alonso, and then we went, from 20th to 10th there. I mean, 8th and 9th this year for AlphaTauri would actually be quite a good result at the Japanese Grand Prix there. And I mean, our fast lap, of course, heavily skewed by the fact that we were on soft tyres towards the end, but not far away from the front runners either there. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed as well, and we will return very, very soon with more F1 22 content. None of these videos would be possible without the help of our channel members, so a massive thank you to all of the names you see on your screens currently for helping support the channel. You can join them by clicking the join button down below, and thank you once again to everyone that continues all the insane support on my work.